Hey, this is Andy Samuels from Amazing Freedom, and today we're going to talk about 5 reasons to use a trusted sourcing agent. So there are a number of different thoughts around sourcing agents. Sometimes many sellers stay away from sourcing agents and they want to work direct with factories. And today I'm going to give you 5 benefits of working with a trusted sourcing agent. First one is communication. One of the most difficult parts of private labeling and working with manufacturers in China is the communication back and forth with the factory. So there's a few reasons why that's difficult. One is just the time zone difference. So I'm in Eastern time in the US, it's about a 12-hour difference. And so the factories are coming online around 9 p.m. my time. So that is generally the time that I have to talk to my factories when I'm dealing with different issues around the products. And so you can imagine from 9 p.m. to usually about 1 a.m. is the time of communicating with the factories. So if you have a trusted sourcing agent in China, they can make that process and that communication a lot less painful. So the communication piece is huge when you have boots on the ground, again, a trusted sourcing agent that can talk to multiple manufacturers really in the same night. They have the benefit really of picking up the phone and calling them if there's other things that need to be worked out that you can't work out in email. So the first one is communication. The second one is price and MOQ negotiations. So if you have a trusted sourcing agent, again, who's been in the business for a while, they're going to actually be better at negotiating with the factory, generally when it comes to price, as well as when it comes to MOQ. We know a little bit about Chinese culture. We know that there's always negotiating that takes place, but a good trusted sourcing agent, they're going to have a lot better feel for a target price that you're going to be able to negotiate down to when working with the manufacturer. So they can actually save you thousands of dollars during negotiations that you normally might not know how to negotiate with the factory. So the first one is communication, the second one is negotiations and working with MOQs, and the third one is finding connections and factories that aren't even on Alibaba. So a number of manufacturers that we work with are manufacturers that our sourcing agent has found, and they don't advertise on Alibaba, Global Sources, or some of the other major online sites that a lot of Chinese factories advertise on. So when you have someone that's good, again, there's different websites in China that those of us here in the US that source never go to. And so they're able to find these factories, and many times they may be smaller or medium-sized factories that you're going to get a better price when you're negotiating for that target price, or they're going to be more willing to customize and work with you. So that's what a good sourcing agent has the ability to do. The fourth one is a good sourcing agent is really going to act as your assistant. So one of the things that we often talk about is you want to outsource as many things as you can in your business, right? And so having a sourcing agent there in China, and the sourcing agent that works for us does this for us, she's able to handle a lot of the administrative back and forth, not only with the factory, but also with the freight forwarder that you're working with. She can handle a lot of the paperwork that is going to be needed to be turned into the freight forwarder. She really operates as our right-hand person there in China. So having an assistant, again, boots on the ground, a trusted sourcing agent, is going to be like your administrative, I would call ours an executive administrative assistant there in China. The fifth thing is this: a good sourcing agent should save you a lot more money than they cost. This is often one of the hesitations for people not wanting to use a sourcing agent. They see them as middlemen, right? As someone who just takes another piece and cuts into your margin. And that is absolutely not the case for us as we view sourcing agents throughout the last 5 years. They again are going to be able to get you a better target price overall. They're going to work back and forth with that factory. Our sourcing agent actually goes to the factory pre-production, mid-production, and post-production to make sure the factory is working properly. And so at the end of the day, they are going to save you more money than they cost. So those are 5 reasons why we think sometimes it can make sense to use a good, trusted sourcing agent. The emphasis there is on the word trusted. So if you need someone to be able to handle those 5 things that we talked about, then find a good, trusted sourcing agent. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Let us know in the comments if you use a sourcing agent or if you've had a bad experience with a sourcing agent so we can get a discussion out there on the pros and cons of using a sourcing agent.